Hey, Brian Secker here again, certified personal trainer and baby boomer fitness expert, and I want to give you the second day of the more specifics of what someone needs to do on a day-to-day basis. Because if you remember from day one, or from the last blog post, was that I got a question of, like, I posted an outline of what someone should do for a weight loss program, and they were like, well, that's great, what does it mean? So I want to give you the day two of what that means. So the first exercise that we always need to focus on in the beginning of our workout, morning, afternoon, and night, is our mobility. And the next exercise we're going to do is our hamstring. So a real simple hamstring stretch that you can do is you'll just go on your knee. You're going to bring your leg straight, your toe pulled up toward your chest, and you're just going to hinge from the hip. You're going to press your hip back, feel a nice deep stretch in your hamstring. Hold that 20 to 30 seconds, and then rotate over to the other side. All right? The next one we're going to do is our IT band, where you're going to need a foam roller. And then how this is going to work is you're going to have your bottom leg straight. You're going to rotate your hips forward slightly. You're going to start at the top of your hip, all the way, you're going to roll down to the bottom of your knee. Now how this works is what you're doing is you're releasing tension that's of abrasions that have built up in the IT band. So you're going to roll down the IT band until you find some tension. So far, no tension. I've been diligently working on my mobility. So I found, oh, right there, some tension. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll say this one's probably about a 9. I'm going to stay on it and roll back and forth till that tension breaks up to about a 7. So there we go. So you would work, there's 2 IT bands, so one on one side, one on the other, and you would then move forward from there after you've done that up. So you could spend a whole day on the IT band. Main thing is spend enough time on it to mobilize enough where you feel that you're comfortable. The next one's our low back stretch. One that I really like is you're just gonna lie on your back here, and you're gonna bear hug both your knees and your chest, and you're gonna hold this one 30 to 60 seconds. What's also great about this too is you're shortening your psoas muscle, which is gonna help you when you go to stretch your hip flexor muscle when you were the one we talked about earlier. So this is going to be it from day one. So this is a great stretch for your low back, and then also your hip flexor and your psoas. So a nice tuck there. So I've got enough there. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the exercise. First exercise we're going to do is focusing on our quadriceps and our glutes. What you're going to do is you're going to take a staggered stance. And again, if you have some balance issues, you can use a bench, a pole, something to support yourself. And how you want to do this, you want to have your feet slightly farther than shoulder width apart. Take a step 2 to 3 feet away from the midline of your body. Whoa, I got my balance there. So we're going to keep our shoulders back. We're going to drop down hamstring to your calf, down on a count of 3, and then you're going to press through the middle of your foot. Deep breath in, and exhale. We're going to complete, again, all these repetitions, 12 to 15 reps. The second exercise that we're going to do is our shoulder press. We're going to grab our dumbbells. We'll take a neutral grip, staggered stance, taking some pressure off our low back. We're going to press up, deep breath in, and exhale. For some reason you don't have any dumbbells, you can also use a barbell. So we've got dumbbells and a barbell. So whatever preference that you would enjoy doing best. Personally, I like the dumbbells. You're going to have a little bit more mobility there, and you're not in a fixed pattern because you're a boomer. So there is an advanced tip for you. The next one we're going to do is a pull down. Here I don't have a lat pull down. If you're in your gym, if you have a lat pull down, or if you're at home, you can put a band in the door and use a band. I'm just going to use our free motion machine here. I'm going to take a staggered stance, keep my chest rotated tall. I'm going to pull through my elbows, deep breath. I'm going to exhale, deep breath in, breathing out, and back in. So that's good. So we're working our back there. Again, 12 to 15 repetitions. Going to move right along into our rope to neck, helping our muscles of our upper back, locking that in place. And all you're going to do is you're going to use the rope apparatus, or again, if you don't have the rope, you can then set up your cable at home in the doorway. You're going to step back, staggered stance, or feet shoulder width apart if you want more core. You're going to pull through your elbows, Breathing out, deep breath in. It's good. So now we work that. We're gonna go into our kettlebell deadlift, working our glutes and our hamstrings. Now, how a kettlebell deadlift works is you can take your feet shoulder width apart, or if you don't have the mobility necessary, you can do what's called a sumo deadlift. You can go feet wider than shoulder width apart and turn your toes out. So you're just gonna drop your hips down, your chest is gonna stay tall, press to the floor, bring your hips through, squeeze, feel your glutes, drop your hips back down, back staying flat, and then back through. 12 to 20 repetitions. Now we've completed that, and we're gonna work on our shoulders some more. We're gonna go into our YIT. So this one here is a fairly challenging exercise for most people because they never use these smaller muscle groups. So you want to probably use anywhere from 1 pound upwards to 5 pounds to doing this exercise. So it's called the YIT. You're gonna grab an incline bench or a stability ball and just lay across it. So you're gonna start off Y, down under control, I, down under control, and straight out, T, down under control. Your YIT. So next one's for our core. It's our anti-rotational exercise. It's gonna help you bring more endurance and strength to your low back and your obliques. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna grab a hold here. You're gonna set your timer on your stopwatch and go for 20 to 30 seconds. You're gonna pick a weight you can feel comfortable with your feet shoulder width apart, holding straight out and not try to turn back in. So it's called anti-rotational back. You're just gonna stay there, breathing out, belly button in. Keep that belly button in tight, hold 20 to 30 seconds, and then finish and walk it back. Then you can do any variation of a plank. Any variation that you want. You could do elbows underneath your shoulders. You can do a plank to push up where you're pushing yourself back up, down under control, and you're gonna do this for 30 to 60 seconds. So there's your workout of mobility and resistance training to help you know what to do to help you start losing body fat, gaining more confidence in the gym, or just with some exercise equipment that you have lying around the house. If you have any specific questions, just leave them for me below. If you like this button, click the like button, show the love. I always like hearing your feedback, so again, leave your comments below. And I'm gonna have these very specific exercises on the blog. So if you click the link below, it's gonna take you to the blog and have it all listed out for you of everything that we've talked about. So again, you make it a great day, and remember, you only have your health once.